Good evening. Today is the 1st of January. Welcome to Voice of Virtual Orthodoxy. I'm Rita Lazar. According to the Celtic Saints website, as I will now briefly pull up for you now, we have 12 saints today. I must admit, when I first saw that, I kind of burst out laughing. Right, Right, I'm looking for a person called Connacht for our first entry. I assume this is it. By fact, it's... Let's just get to the very end. There we go. Right, our first entry for... So we don't actually have any group chat entries for today. I don't know if there's any people missing, whether the individual just is fasting from thingy, whether it's just a case of forgot to put it in the GC. But yeah, we're operating on thingy today. So it's just the book and the thingy. Anyway, our first entry is Saint Connacht, and then in brackets it says Comatan, and she is from the 6th century, the successor of Saint Brigid, who we will commemorate on the 21st of January. As the Abbess of Kildare, she served in this role until her repose circa AD 590. There is no further information on Saint Connacht extant. Okay, we are now looking for either Saint Kuan or Motria or Moncan. Next. I believe... Yes, this person is from the 6th century. After being educated by Saint Comgall, who is commemorated on the 10th of May, at Bangor Abbey, he founded a monastery at Gall. He travelled to Ford, then Hymeni in the county of Connaught. He went on to found the diocese and abbey of Barla, County Mayo, Ireland, in AD 616, serving as its first abbot and bishop. A tireless wonder-worker and confessor of the faith, he lived to be nearly 100, founding many other churches and monasteries throughout Ireland. Next up is a double entry for St. Alvin and Midwin, and they are apparently from the 2nd century. Oh, perfect. Excellent. Okay, Saint Alvin and Midwin are traditionally believed to have been two Britons who were sent by King Saint Lucius, who we commemorated back on the 3rd of December, to Pope Saint Eleutherius to ask for missionaries. Unfortunately, there is no record extant regarding these saints, hence we are left with unsupported and perhaps unreliable legends alluded to by Saint Bede the Venerable, who we will commemorate on the 25th of May, and repeated by Butler for evidence of their existence. Our next entry in the book is for Saint Fanchia or Garburn. She is from the 6th century. I will quickly try and find her. This is her entry. Foundress of a convent at Rossori in Fermanagh, Saint Fanchia was the daughter of Conall, the Red Prince of Oriel in Ulster, and his wife Brigga, and sister of Saint Enda, who we will commemorate on the 21st of March. Saint Fanchia was instrumental in her brother's decision to embrace monastic life, reposing towards the end of the 6th century AD. She was buried in Killane. And then the final entry in the book is for Maelris, who is from the 6th century. Perfect. Excellent. Right, a 6th century saint of the Isle of Bardsey in Wales. He was probably born in Brittany. Nothing further is known. Right, I need to go back to St. Connor and then we'll go through the previous mentioned saints. So, I guess the first of these entries will be for St. Fintan, son of Yokchach of Bialak. Here is his entry if you wish to read. The next entry is for Saint Skef or Skyoff, a virgin and patroness of Fiatskief now Ardske in County Cork. Then we will go back one more page for our next entry, who is for Saint Eochaid of Uisnich or Usnich in County Westmeath. Eucanaid's name, without any other description, is found in the mythology of Tyler on today. So that is as in the 1st of January, presumably. The rest of his entry is there for those that want to read. Our next entry is for Saint Armedak Hamatius or Emedak, abbot of... I cannot pronounce that. Probably Creva, near Clonmacnoise, Kings County. Here's his entry, for those that want to pause and read it. Then we've got St. Coleman. Our next entry is St. Coleman Muirlinen of Derry Cahan, County of Antrim. The next entry is for Saint Ossine, also known as Oisoin, son to Sialach of Clonmore, County of Louth. And this person is from the 6th century. Here's the rest of the entry if you wish to pause and read. Okay, Saint Biak has a little bit... Our next saint is called Saint Biak, and he is an abbot. He's also known as Venus, Dabiak, and Mobiak. 5th or 6th century. I'm not gonna lie, I feel like I've heard of this person before. I feel like he's came up in one of the previous entries, but doesn't really seem to be anything. He is the final entry for today. I hope you all had a wonderful day. I'll see you all tomorrow. God bless you all, and Amen.